Good morning, Zio here. Well, I mean, technically it's not so good for some of us. Anyway, grab yourself some coffee and pour one out for Blizzard because Activision has shuttered the studio. That's right, Activision has now shuttered a Blizzard studio, and I guess it was just a matter of time. So, let's get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. And at the end of the video, like it, dislike it if you dislike it, all that good stuff. And of course, share it across the interwebs. I need more shares. Share it. I need more subscribers. Anyway, now all that aside, I'm probably going to be front-loading this just a little bit. Sorry. But we all know that there's been a national pandemic out there, right? You gotta need to wash those hands, wear those masks, all that good jazz, and stay safe out there, right? No, this is not going to be where I just go over the fact that, we've been in this thing for months as it is, and I'm just now telling you to be safe or anything like that. No, I've got a point to it. A lot of industries have been shuttering as a result, right? Movie theaters are doing really bad right now. A lot of other things have been kind of wonky where we forced certain things to shut down, kept other things open like Walmart, but the mom and pop stores all have to shut down and all this other stuff, and they've just completely shuttered and other things, and it's been being handled really, really poorly when it comes to I guess here in the States, when it comes to our states' governments, our local governments and stuff like that. Some of our governments have been handling it well, others have not been so well. But as a result, we have seen sweeping closings and all this other stuff. And, you see this right now on the thing. Activision Blizzard is to shut down the French offices rooted in the past, which of course is also slightly front-loaded. But, and that's my phone. So, yeah, I got some slightly bad news. Anyway, we're going to power through this. Where was I? Because I'm not going to go try and find that and cut that out. Where were we? Anybody? COVID. Dang it. Did I say that out loud? I don't think I can do that on certain things. I can on BitChute. Anyway. But yeah, businesses have been closed. There's been an exception to that rule, right? The exception, of course, is the video game industry. The video game industry has been booming since everybody's been home, everybody's been buying, everybody's been playing. You've seen record highs, especially in, say, Activision and Blizzard recently. And then with said record highs, they've axed hundreds of jobs. And then a few weeks later, rehired hundreds of jobs because that's apparently how they operate. They could have just kept them. Anyway, but yeah, they needed to hire people in lower rates. I hate that. Anyway, point of all this. Activision Blizzard has a studio over in France, right? It is the main studio that essentially, my chair is breaking again, that deals with a lot of the EU stuff, right? Customer support. I've got it highlighted somewhere in here. I'll read it here shortly, but like their customer support, their localization, and all this other stuff for multiple different languages and things are handled by the Blizzard's French office. And it is now being shut down and relocated to an Activision office. Not all of it either. Some of it will be relocated to an Activision office. But anyway, the office that I can't say the name to, or I will butcher it, but we'll try it, Versailles office, employs about 400 people as early as 2019 and handled marketing. There's the highlight. Anyway, handled marketing, customer support, localization, games to different languages, and other functions for the titles of Activision Blizzard's publishers in Europe. The company originally planned to relocate half of the office to London, which is over in an Activision building, according to the people there. And however, the twin factors of Brexit and the virus Pandemic has inhibited the process, leading to the decision to shutter the site about an hour's drive outside of Paris. Now, just looking at it, their reasoning is kind of bunk, in my opinion. A lot of these people are able to work from home. I mean, heck, that's what Blizzard's been doing as well, which is why Shadowlands has been pushed out a little bit, because, you know, a lot of their people have been working from home due to the pandemic. So, you know, it's not like they haven't been able to do their job. They've just been doing it remotely, and that has also built this new thing of way things are working too these days, which is an interesting thing. You know, it's something I've always known for a long time. It's like, if you've got a job that is remote, you know, that can be done remotely, why not do it remotely? I think it's a bit asinine to be forced to drive into, you know, a particular location when you can do the job from halfway around the world or something, no matter where you are. You know, but the whole Brexit thing, maybe that one's not as bunk. I'm not really too familiar with what all changes are going on. I was more familiar with it a few years ago than I am now, because I kind of dropped off keeping an eye on what was going on over there. But according to their labor union or whatnot too, when I was reading on that, they think that I think there's a lawsuit that might be being filed as well, or something through the labor union. But they think that it has something to do with taxes, which isn't outside the realm of possibility or anything. That probably is everything to do with it. The fact that in London, maybe taxes are going to be lower than they are in France after everything is said and done, that sort of thing. And of course, you know, Activision has been tightening its control over Blizzard over the years. We've seen it. We've talked about it numerous times. You know, we've seen the Activision magic, which has just sort of downgraded things like World of Warcraft and other Blizzard titles. And you know, we've seen Warcraft 3 refunded or reforged, you know, come out, and the disaster that was. Among other things that has been going on as of late that Blizzard would do, you know, that normally you would expect a much higher quality product from, and we get Activision levels of stuff, right? Anyway, maybe I'll make it through this without another interruption. Anybody? Maybe? I don't know. You get to see them live, so, well, not really live, but you saw them as they happen, right? But, yeah, so, where was I? Oh, yeah, why Activision doing things, and just, you know, it waters down the product, right? When Activision gets involved, you know, Blizzard has gotten worse and worse over the years for it. They've done things that just don't make sense. They're not what Blizzard would have done. Now, as for the whole rooted in the past thing, apparently the office, the French office or whatnot, is behind the times when it comes to technology and other stuff, right? Yeah, it's been neglected. That's what happens. Yeah, so that was another factor. Instead of upgrading their stuff or whatnot, they can just they're going to be moving some of them to a more, you know, standard, modern standard, you know, location or whatnot. But yeah, Activision has been tightening, you know, the, choose my words carefully, tightening the grip, there we go, over Blizzard for years, and this is just another move in that direction. Eventually, I fear that, you know, there won't be a Blizzard, you know, I guess, and probably several, you know, I don't know, 5 or 10 years from now, Blizzard will cease to exist because Activision will eventually scuttle it for whatever reason. You know, I guess it really just depends on how WoW continues to perform whenever Overwatch 2 decides it's going to launch, and Diablo 4, what happens when that happens, right? You know, but time will only tell. Maybe we'll wind up with just the one in California, in a while. That would be the only last standing proper Blizzard facility, if you can call it that, you know, at that time. But yeah, I think that was the last bit. Everything else is just history of the thing and whatnot. But yeah, Activision has axed another studio. There's some stuff going on because you've got, you know, a good chunk of employees, around 400, who have now lost their jobs, essentially, who are going to have to find other places. You know, and I guess the worst part is, you know, the things that I've heard from sources over in that direction that have said things out in other locations and stuff, you know, is the fact that they wasn't sure if this was going to happen, right? Because they were wanting to relocate like 140 some or 150 some jobs already. Did I actually read that earlier? I don't remember if it was in this or somewhere else. But anyway, they wanted to do that already and move them to the Activision area instead. So people have been asking, you know, are we about to lose our jobs? The office closing, all this other stuff. And they've, of course, been assured, because that's what management loves to do, is to tell you, no, that's a rumor. That's not actually going to ever happen until the day it actually happens. So, you know, you've got employees who, of course, didn't have any time to prepare for it. They didn't have a chance to look for anything. And I really hate that practice with a passion. You know, if you know you are going to be closing that building down in 30 days, you know, it would be nice to let everyone know, go, hey, we're shuttering our doors in 30 days. You might want to get your resumes ready and start looking. You know, and then hope they stay for the rest of the 30 days until that time is up. But yeah, that's what's going on. Activision shut another studio. This time it was a Blizzard studio. They've axed a lot of jobs. And I guess the next question is, what is the EU going to do for Blizzard support? Is that, I assume that's going to be rerouted to Activision? You poor souls. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.